students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. I am Mr. Prithviraj. I am your 9th class physics teacher. In our last class, we have gone through a lot of concepts regarding acceleration, uniform circular motion, velocity changes, as well as your distance, displacement. A lot of things we have read. Today, I would love to I would love to teach you a very important concept. You people will enjoy if you are paying close attention to my words. Okay, this is your equations of motion. Students, we have three equations of motion which are very predominantly used now in your intermediate as well as in future. So please pay close attention to it. I am going to write three equations of motion, and this will be the biggest class. So please sit carefully with your pen and pencil. Pay close attention and do not skip the class, students. Do not skip the class. Okay, let us start. So we have three kind of equations of motion. First equation, and all the three equations we are, like the way I am teaching, it is graphical method. Like graphically we need to represent them. Okay, first one is your equation for velocity time relation. First equation stands for velocity and time relation. First equation is between velocity and time. Second equation is between position and time. Position and time relation. Third equation is position and velocity relation. Okay, three kind of relations we will read now. So please pay close attention to it, students. Okay, first equation is velocity and time relation. We will draw one graph, and in that graph only everything will come, and I will write the derivations beside only. So please pay attention. Okay. So let us draw the graph. So here, students, first we will draw one velocity time graph, because the relation is between velocity and time. So we will draw one graph. Okay, these are velocity time graphs. I will write this side as velocity, this side as t. So this time, and this is your velocity. Okay. What is saying, students? According to this, from this graph we can see that the initial velocity of the object is at e. Students, let us consider an object is moving at a uniform speed. Its initial velocity is u, final velocity is v. Now we need to find out the relationship between velocity as well as time. So suppose at zero interval of time, at nowhere, suppose a bike is moving on the road, and you need to see its time. Suppose at zero interval of time, it is this particular point. Suppose it is here. The object is at certain speed. As time goes, the speed grows gradually. As time goes, the speed grows gradually. As you can see, continuously or slowly the speed is changing. So you will say uniform acceleration. The object is in uniform acceleration. And here, let me draw one line. Here, students, this line which you can see. Suppose I will give this line as point A, okay, and this AB, this one as AB I'll denote, okay. Next, from O to A, this line as you can see, this is giving us an idea about what U, initial velocity, right? Its initial velocity is how much? U. I'll write U over there. Okay students, now this one as you can see B, I will name this one as BC. Suppose this stands for your final velocity. What? That is capital V. Final velocity is your capital V. Now consider the velocity time graph of an object that moves under uniform acceleration as, from this graph you can see that initial velocity of the object is U and then it increases to point V with time interval T. Here time interval is T, as you can see time interval is T. The perpendicular lines BC and B are drawn from point B on the time and the velocity axis respectively. What we will do students, we will draw a perpendicular line along BC, okay. So if along BC we will draw a particular perpendicular line, it will state as, we will give that as name BE. What student, we will give it an idea as BE, okay. And another line we will draw from A to, another perpendicular line we will draw from point A. What we will be getting if we will draw this one? Yes. And we will name it as D. We will name it as D. Now we have a triangle with us, right? We have a triangle with us. D on the time and the velocity axis respectively, so that the initial velocity represented by OA, yes, here initial velocity OA is equal to U is equal to initial velocity. Please note it down. And here BC, V is equal to final velocity, and here OC is equal to time interval. OC is equal to small t is equal to time interval. Time interval. Okay students, now let us draw eddy parallel to QC from OC from the graph. We have that BC is equal to BD plus DC. As you can see, BC is equal to as you can see students, B and C is equal to, I use another chalk, there will be no confusion for you guys. This is your derivation. BC is equal to BD plus DC, BD plus DC, as you can see, yes, BD plus DC or CD you can write, that will be your what? BC, right? It's easy. Now BC is equal to what? In the place of DC, can I write this one OA? Can I write? Yes, I can write, because they both are what? They both are same. We have just drawn a normal, right? So it is a rectangle. These two sides are same. If it is U, this will be U. If it is T, this will be T. Right? Okay. Now I put the value. BC is equal to BD plus U. BC is equal to BD plus U. Means the value of CD as U. And what is the value of BC students? V na. I give V. V is equal to BD plus U. Or BD is equal to V minus U. BD is equal to V minus U. From the velocity time graph, the acceleration of an object is given by change in velocity by time taken. Okay. In our last class, when we are reading about acceleration, what we have seen, acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. For that, how was the graph? The graph was, students, how it was? You can see graph number. I'll show you on the book only the page number. You need to take reference for that particular point. Okay, you can see the graph, the figure number 8, page number 17. There you have one example. There you can see distance time graph is there. If velocity changing with equal interval of time, then that will be called as acceleration. And while we are reading about acceleration yesterday, in the previous class when we were reading about acceleration, there also I have explained you, if velocity changing with respect to time, then we will be calling it as acceleration. So here students, as we all know, from velocity time graph, from velocity and time, this is velocity, this is time graph, and here what is changing? Velocity is changing continuously. With this particular point, it changes in state, right, which is showing us that the speed is changing continuously. With time, the speed is changing. This is what you can call as acceleration point, right? A is equal to, as we all know, acceleration. A is equal to change in velocity by time. Yes students, A is equal to change in velocity by time. So here acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. Then here change in velocity stands for whom? Change in velocity stands for whom? Vd by AD, no? Vd by AD. If you are giving Vd by AD, then that will be giving us what? Acceleration. See, simple. Vd stands for change in acceleration. Okay? Like change in velocity, sorry. So I can write here change in time. A is equal to, small a is equal to, here I can write Vd by time is equal to, here this is time graph, no? AD, no? So I will write here AD. This is your AD. Vd by AD. What? A is equal to Vd by AD. And we know the value of Vd, that is what? T. So I will erase this thing. Let me erase this thing. From here you can see students, A is equal to Vd by T. That is what we got now. A is equal to AD means T. We have placed the value as T. This is T means this is also T. It is a rectangle. Till now you are clear. And the value we got A is equal to Vd by T. And what is the value of Vd we got? V minus U. So here A is equal to V minus T by U by T we got or not? Yes, we got. Then what will happen? Just see this one. If I solve this one, AT is equal to V minus U, right? Or you can say V is equal to, this one is minus, here it will come plus U plus AT, right? V is equal to U plus AT. This is your what? First equation of motion, students. What it is? First equation of motion. Velocity, time relation. V is equal to U plus AT. Here we have both velocity as well as time. There is no place for distance. Here have we kept distance? Okay. Our next one will be what? Next equation will be position and time relation. Next one will be position and time relation. Let us see how position and time relation works. Equation number 1 solved. You all got the idea also, right? Yes. Now we will see equation number 2. What, students? Equation number 2 we will see. Okay. What is equation number 2? What exactly it is saying? Equation number 2 is saying that, suppose let us consider the object has traveled a distance s in time t. Let us consider object traveled distance s in time t. In a specific interval of time, it has covered s amount of distance. Okay, let us consider this one. Now, in time t under uniform acceleration, it has followed which path, students? It has followed uniform acceleration. Okay, with uniform amount of acceleration, it has followed a certain amount of path. Then what is saying? Okay, the distance travelled by the object is obtained by an area of the enclosed within OABC under the velocity time graph AB. So how much amount of distance he might have covered? He might have covered between this particular area on the OABC, right? OABC. This is the particular area which we call area means what? Meter square. No? This is the area, like this is the most area he can cover, not more than that. So this will be our main point which we need to keep on our mind. He has traveled, he has got what? Uniform acceleration A. How much distance he has covered? How much distance he has covered? S. How much time he took? T. And what is its speed? Uniform acceleration, that is A. These all things we got, and the area we need to find out. If we find out the area between O and BC, we will have our answer. We will have our answer. Here, you need to remember to find out the area. Why we are finding out the area? To predict how much amount of distance the boy has covered, the guy has covered. That's what we need to find out, and we can easily find out over here. So let's see how we will find out. So here S is equal to area of OABC, that is area of triangle plus area of the rectangle. Here S is equal to area of OABC. I will write. S means what? Distance. S is equal to distance covered by object. Okay, and S is equal to what? Area of what, student? OABC. OABC, the huge one. The entire trapezium we need to find out. Here, pay close attention. This particular OABC is combined of ABD, right? ABD triangle plus OABC rectangle. If we will find out both of their area and we will add it, it will be easy. We will do that. Now I will write here. This is equal to area of triangle. I gave symbol of triangle. Area of triangle, that is what? ABD. ABD plus area of rectangle, that is what, students? OADC. OADC. That should be our answer. That should be our answer, right? Can you find out? We all can find out. What will happen? First we will find out the area of triangle ABD. What is the formula for triangle, like area of triangle, students? Half into length into breadth, right? Half into length into height or breadth, what you can say. So here, this will be our length, this will be our height. We know the value. What is the value for BD, students? In our last class, what we got? In our last class, we got an idea or not? What is the value of BD we got? BD is equal to how much we got? Only BD. See, total BC is equal to B. Only BD is equal to B minus U we got or not? Yes? Yes, we got BD is equal to how much, students? BD is equal to B minus U, already got in our last class. So we have every values. Yes, we have every values. Now we need to find out the triangle, like area of the triangle, then area of the rectangle, and we have to add it both. If you are adding them both, we will get our answer. So this will be comprising of 3 classes, okay? This is the video for your entire 3 videos. Very big class. So don't get nervous. 45 minutes class, along it will be going on. So please have some patience, okay? Okay. Now here this is suppose I'll write area of triangle plus area of, I don't have space, so I'll do this one as rectangle. Area of triangle and area of rectangle. Area of triangle is half into length into breadth plus what will be this one? Length into breadth, right? And what we are finding out, distance s is equal to, we need to take out s is equal to, now s is equal to half into what your L stands for, your length stands for this one as d. Yes, no students? Yes, here it stands for t, so let me write here t, and here it is 80. Sorry, I don't given you, actually BD is equal to 80 we got, no? 80 is equal to 80 into BD, 80 into BD, this one at 80 we got. Slope, no, slope students, the slope will always give us the answer. This one you have already read in your before classes. Here, just before this equation we have solved. See that equation where we have mentioned instead of BD, we got our value as AT, right? Okay. Now I will multiply here 80. Half into T into 80. This is T and this is 80. We got our answer. Yes. Yes. Now you see 80 we got. Now I write here s is equal to half into t into 80 plus length into breadth. Where length? This is t. Sorry, this is your length, that is t. Breadth is equal to u. So I write here L into u. L means what? T now. Here the value of L is equal to t. So I write here t. Now half AT square plus UT. If I realize this one, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is your second equation. See this students, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is our another answer for this particular concept. Okay. Now we will go for our third equation. See, here the relation is between. Is there any place for view, students? See, here can you see velocity? No. It is the relationship between distance as well as time. That is position and time relation, right? In our next part, we will see the relation between what? Position as well as velocity. First we have seen velocity time, second we have seen position time, last we will see velocity and position. Okay? Okay. Third equation of motion. Third equation of motion stands for velocity time, right? Position and velocity relation here. From the velocity time graph shown in the figure, the distance traveled by the object in time t moving under uniform acceleration a is given by the area enclosed within the trapezium OABC under the graph. Okay. The same. Here we need to talk about two relations. What are those? First one is your area. Here we will talk about velocity as well as the position, like where the object can be. Yes, the object can be in between this only. So here, from this diagram, what we can get? We can get the relationship between position and velocity. We can get by finding out the area of trapezium. Please comment in the comment section what is the area of trapezium. Okay, area of trapezium. O A B C. If you are going to find out that thing, you will get your answer. Okay, you need to get your answer in the form of S, because position as well as velocity which we are calculating. So S is equal to area of trapezium OA BC. Area of trapezium OA BC. I hope you all already know, right, what is the area of trapezium. Again, let me write you what is the area of trapezium. So I'll erase this one, students. I'll write it above because there is a derivation which is present over there. Small okay. First I'll write the formula. Formula for the area of trapezium. What is the formula for the area of trapezium? Sum of two parallel sides, I think, right? Yes. Sum of two parallel sides into sum of two parallel sides. Where it is? Yes. This is the sum of two parallel sides into base by 2. Into base by 2. Here base is your OC. Then you will do divide by what you will do? Sum of, this is the symbol for parallel, students. Sum of two parallel sides multiplied by height whole divided by 2. As you can see, this is and this one, they both are what? They both are your parallels, and this is your height whole divided by 2. This will be your formula. Let me write here. Here and write it. Sum of two parallel sides multiplied by height whole divided by 2. This you need to remember. Okay, I'll write S is equal to OA plus BC multiplied by OC whole divided by 2. Whole divided by 2. How much I get? OA is equal to U, BC is equal to V, and OC is equal to P by 2. Yes, students? Yes. Here there is no place for T. One thing I would love to clear you, there is no place for T. Why? Because this third equation is relation between velocity and position. Velocity and position. If T comes, you need to replace it with some other value which we have already found out in our previous pattern. Okay. From here, students, what we got? S is equal to what we got? V. Yes, this is what we got. S is equal to U plus V into T by 2. This is what we got. But what we want to do now, we need to take out the value of T. Students, when we have, please remember your first equation of motion. In the first equation of motion, what we have found out that V is equal to U plus AT. This is what we found out, right? Now, AT is equal to V minus U, and T is equal to V minus U by A, right? Yes or no? T is equal to V minus U by T. Here it is clear or not? This is our first equation, v is equal to u plus at. From there I can find out the value of t, that is v minus u by a. So let me place over here. Here it is u plus v. Here is what? V minus u. Very simple. Here u plus v or v plus u both are same thing. Here I write v plus u multiplied by v minus u. Here 2, here what it is a. Okay, s is equal to v plus u, v minus u by 2a. This formula is a plus b into a minus b or not? A plus b into a minus b formula is there. What do you mean by a plus b into a minus b? A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. A square minus b square. So a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So here I write a square minus b square means v square minus u square by 2a is equal to s. V square minus u square by 2a is equal to s. Let me erase on the top side. I'll erase the formula, derivation. I hope you all are writing this right step by step. With me you are going. I'll write the last line again. We got s is equal to what? V plus u into v minus u by 2a. This is what we got. So I'll do one thing. I'll multiply 2a this side. So we get 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Why I got this one? A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Now what will be our formula for the last one? Now I will arrange this one. V square is equal to minus this side it will come u square plus 2as, or you can write v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is your third equation of motion. Third equation of motion. Right? Are you all have you all understood about the three equations of motion? So let me write all the three equations. First equation of motion, that is relationship between whom and whom? Relationship between what, Rick? Yes, relationship between velocity and time. Yes? Yes. And the answer we got is v is equal to u plus at. This was our first equation. Okay. Second equation is what? Relation between position and time, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. This is equation number 2 we got. Equation number 1, equation number 2. Then third equation, that is what? relation between position and velocity, that is v square is equal to u square minus 2as. Remembering all the three things are very easy. How can you remember all these three things? First, v is equal to u plus at. Here relation is between velocity and time. Second, you will see s is equal to ut plus half at square. Here relation is between position and time. Time two times came, velocity and position only single times came. The third one will be relation between position and velocity. Time will be replaced. So this is what our idea, a brief idea about what we are going to read in this, what we have read in this particular lesson. So this is your biggest lesson, and please go through it. And this is the end of our session. In our next class we will do numericals regarding this. Until then, practice it at least 3 times. At least 3 times along with graph practice. This one you should practice same notes which I gave on the blackboard. Okay, do not follow your book. You will get confused if you follow your book, and it is not the correct explanation as well. Okay, so this is the end of our session. Thank you.